Hey, gang, and welcome to another episode of Try Not to Curse. I have three separate guests, all of whom you've met before. Welcome back, Dan, John, and the beautiful Fiona.
Wow. Okay. I see how it is.
Oh, come on now. Appreciate all y'all.
Beautiful John and the
John,
handsome.
you're beautiful too. You're so
I
beautiful.
appreciate
For
that.
some reason, he's in the dark talking to us. Why did you turn your light off?
Because is this not is my video being shown?
No.
Okay, then why do I have to have my light on?
I mean, okay.
It gives me a headache sometimes.
Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
listen,
save
that's
energy,
fair.
guys.
That's all right. I appreciate that. That's
I'm
all
gonna take
right.
my glasses off too. I'm starting to get a headache.
No,
He's not married to Con Ed, okay?
that's you know what that.
Is it Con Ed or is it what is it over this Eversource? Yeah.
Hey, I
No,
don't
I
pay your
have,
bills,
I
John,
have
so I
UI.
respect it.
I have UI.
Okay.
Dang.
Okay. Well, so gang, as you know, scheduling guests is very difficult, but Fiona and I were talking previously this week. As you guys know, I'm on a wonderful YouTube show with Dan and with John, Oh So Curious and DCU Daily. So every so often, Fiona's on in the background and we have little side chats. And we had started talking about Starbucks. And I said, girl, let's get on the pod. And she's like, I'm free. Let's do it. And then Dan and John were also available. So, I mean,
Hell yeah.
we're just going to go with the flow here. But first, yes, let's get into it. Starbucks, the new CEO, or I don't know if he's the current CEO, everybody's acting all kinds of different because of the goddamn political tone in the country. So everybody's just being really fucking shitty. So the owner of Starbucks, so now they have decided they're no longer letting people just waltz in and set up shop and work on their laptops all day. You have to be a paying customer. You have to procure a beverage, which I thought was kind of the general rule anyway, like just be polite and at least get a drink before you take up a table. But apparently people were just coming in and spending the whole day there and making it their mobile office. Okay, fine. So that's fine. I get that. I've done my taxes at Panera Bread before. So like, you know, I get it. But again, bought a sandwich.
He originally he's been CEO like 3 times. What's it? Howard
Keep
Schultz?
coming back. He's like the
Yeah.
Bob Iger of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because he owns like most of the company. So he's like, I'm retired, but now I'm back.
But
He's like Brett Favre or Steve Jobs. They just keep coming back.
See, this is again, gang.
he
this is
wanted
why
third places. That's what I'm saying. He initially said that he wanted Starbucks to be a third place, you know?
Right.
Third space.
But also, this is why I'll never be a billionaire, gang, because like who makes a mountain of money, retires, and then is like, I would like more money for no reason at all. Like you have enough money that you never need to be seen again. Like go sit on your island and enjoy your cocktail, and you don't have to fucking think about bespoke coffee orders ever again in your life. So, you know, I mean, I say that all the time with Beyonce, like Beyonce's Homecoming on Netflix. I was like, girlfriend does not have to work this hard. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like just sit on your mountain of cash and enjoy your life. What are you doing? But hey, some people are more motivated than others. But anyway, so now the Starbucks guy is saying he's going to get rid of the majority of the menu items. They're going to get back to coffee because apparently
who is the previous CEO of Chipotle.
Oh, that
okay.
guy. Yes.
Yeah.
This is all
Okay.
kinds of, there's so many layers here. All I know is if they get rid of my grilled cheese or the ham and Swiss croissant, even though I'm not a fan of croissants, as I've said historically on this pod, or the new potato and chive bake, which they always sell out of. If they get rid of those 3 items, I'm going to burn it down. I'm just going to burn it down. Enough is enough. I don't even like coffee anyway, so fuck you guys. How are you going to get the non-coffee drinkers in your building if you're going to get rid of the menu items?
Yes.
But his argument was the menu is overwhelming for people. There are too many options at Starbucks.
It's overwhelming the staff because you're paying a premium for Starbucks, right? But you're not getting a premium experience because most people are going to the drive-through and not even going into these stores, which they're paying a crap ton of money for this real estate, right? Which nobody's even going in anymore. They're just doing the drive-through.
I've also historically said that.
The wait times are insane.
The wait times are bananagrams. But for me,
because you can customize everything out of control.
Well, but in my episode with Sarah, I feel the wait time now. I feel the wait time now is because of the DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates orders. That's what I think has been causing the holdup. I don't think it's the bespoke beverages because they've been doing that since Jump Street. And I don't think it's the menu items either because they're all pre-made. All the menu items are pre-made. They just have to heat them up half the time. Or they come in a little bento box style packaging.
The drinks have gotten increasingly more and more customizable and out of control.
Yeah,
there's over 400,000 different types of ways to customize a lot of
billions.
Yeah, I mean,
million.
Like if you were to put all the different combos together, you could get that many. So what
I guess
back on that because it's increasing the wait time and they're also completely understaffed.
Right. Like everyone. And this is what drives me nuts too, because all of these major corporations keep saying the same thing. We're understaffed. Yeah, everyone is fucking understaffed. We're all fucking feeling it. So have a little more grace, have a little more understanding, but heaven forbid.
Pay your workers.
Pay your work. Right. Thank you. Fucking thank you, John. I do appreciate though how the conversation has shifted in COVID times from nobody wants to work to now nobody wants to work for poverty wages. So I at least appreciate that people are having a better understanding rather than calling everybody lazy.
I mean, they still do, but like, well, yeah, maybe slightly less so, but like, you know.
Well, we're lazy for reasons. Like, I'm going to work my wage. You know, like.
Well, Mr. Schultz, when the last time he was CEO, all those people were all the Starbucks were trying to unionize.
Right.
And then he shut down the Starbucks locations that were unionizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and what was their Congress called him out? Bernie Sanders was like, what the hell, dude?
Well, and I just read an article now that Amazon is trying to do that with Whole Foods as well. So
that was pretty good.
What was that, Dan? I'm sorry.
That one.
Do it again.
You're like, you will let them join your eyes. As I can't say. That's actually really bad. I'm sorry, Bernie.
First time.
Do you love them? No. Okay, now just I'm not gonna do it anymore.
We love you, Bernie Sanders.
I swear. I hope that man lives forever. He's just
still feels the burn
every morning, every night.
Well. That might be another issue. But I feel like all of these really rash decisions are being made for like the dumbest reasons. Like, yes, I agree that Starbucks kind of has created this problem for themselves. But again, we have long wait times at different restaurants, different times of day. And again, the DoorDash thing, again, short staff. I've always said any institution like that, Dunkin' Donuts, for example, they should have somebody doing just straight beverages. They have somebody doing just straight food. They have someone doing just straight, DoorDash, Grubhub orders. But again, short staffing, it is what it is. But at the very least, I think they should at least put out a survey to their members, to their customer, maybe through the app, maybe on Facebook. I got a Facebook survey for Panera Bread the other day. They were like, "Oh, do you think Panera Bread's menu items are craveable?" And I was like, "No, they're very mid." So no.
Craveable.
But that's what Starbucks should be doing. So if Starbucks is saying, "Okay, we're going to get rid of shit," put out a survey and say, "What do you care about? What don't you care about?" You know what I mean? Don't just completely fuck over your customers. That's like what Taco Bell was doing to everybody with getting rid of the Mexican pizza, then bringing the Mexican pizza back, and then fucking around with all the other things. So I just
pizza.
What?
Taco
Bell had Mexican pizza. Why would that?
Oh yeah, that was a huge thing. And I
know they have the nacho fries.
Is it back now, John, or did they get rid of it again? Because I
don't know a thing about Taco Bell. I have never gone to a Taco Bell, and I don't eat Taco Bell.
What?
Liz took us to the best Taco Bell ever.
That's right. Pacifica Taco Bell. They serve margaritas and they're on the beach. It's fantastic.
I mean, I'm sure it's great, but like, I also don't want like diarrhea for like 36 hours straight. So,
to be fair,
are you a Chipotle guy then?
I don't like fast food Mexican. If I'm going to a Mexican restaurant, I will go and sit down and like eat like
that's
as
entirely
close to
fair.
A proper Mexican.
That's entirely fair. I will say I myself have never had an issue with Taco Bell personally, but I've also never been to Chipotle either because I've also heard mixed things that same thing.
I had a burrito once and it was okay.
Okay. I'm a Moe's girl myself. I miss Moe's.
I went to Moe's once and I thought it was crap.
So I had the Chipotle app I was a Chipotle girl.
Yeah, I have the Taco Bell app. Okay.
Now, apparently, it is a very hackable app. Someone hacked it and spent $700. $700 of my dollars.
No, your app personally was hacked?
Yes.
That's fucked.
$700 on burritos. Like, I was like, what the hell is this? And then, I got locked out of the account.
Of course.
But
did you get your money back though?
Yeah, I got a bank alert. So
I bet
I shut that down for fraud.
Yeah.
But
how many burritos can you get for $700?
If you go on Reddit and look this up, this is a problem with the Chipotle app. There's someone out in California that's figured it out, and they're ordering. like I was not the only person.
But why of all the things would you choose to get $700 of burritos?
I'm guessing they're selling them.
You know what? No, what it is,
scalpers are even going after fucking food now. Like, goddamn.
You know what it is? I guarantee you, it's probably one of those like influencers who like feed the homeless. Like that's their whole.
Well, they
shtick.
pretend to.
That's what I'm saying. So somebody's hacked your freaking Chipotle app, got $700 worth of burritos, and then everybody's freaking donating to their TikTok because what a great guy he is. He's freaking giving out burritos to every homeless person in LA and on the beach and da-da-da. I mean, that's what I would do if I was pretty motivated.
But I was like, cool, I'm done with Chipotle now. Because the customer service people, when I contacted them, like, hey, someone's hacked my app and I can't get back into my account. They were like, oh, that sucks. And they were like, here, you want like a $5 voucher for a burrito? I'm like, no, that literally does not fix any of this. Yeah. Like they were useless. And like I said, I went on Reddit and looked it up and everyone else had the exact same problem. They were like, they're really useless. Like they said to me, just make a new account. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to make another one.
I was so against signing on for any of those apps at all. But like Micron Steve, even though he hates drive-thrus, he's always like looking for a deal because he's like, if I'm going to eat cheap food, it needs to be cheap food. So he will not order from McDonald's. He will not order from Taco Bell or In-N-Out or, whatever he's got in his area unless there's like a sale or like a coupon through the app. So he'll fuck around like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's, because you can get reward points or whatever, but I won't attach my credit card to any of them just because it all freaks me out, but not because I expect someone to charge $700 worth of fucking burritos to it though. Holy shit, gang.
Chipotle app sucks. Don't do it. Apparently. But now I'm worried the Chipotle CEO is at Starbucks because I use the Starbucks app. Like,
yeah, I use the Starbucks app too. Yeah,
I did.
Y'all are fucked.
Or I mean, until they changed the matcha latte formula.
Oh, okay.
Because now they've changed it to be like they took all the sweetener out of it because real matcha drinkers were like, this is too sweet, blah, blah, blah.
Bitch, you're going to Starbucks. Like, what the fuck are you to talk?
That's what I'm saying. What real matcha drinker would go there anyway for that? Yeah.
Thank you. And they're like,
that's what happens is the people who don't even get involved with these things are the ones that complain the most, and then things change. And then the people that actually partake in the thing that these people that are complaining about are then mad. So then everybody's pissed and everybody doesn't want to buy their product anymore.
And everything sucks. Right.
And everything sucks. Because the people who complain, they just want to complain about everything and don't actually partake in the movie, the food, the whatever the fuck they're complaining about. Then actual people who are indulging get mad. They're like, oh, it's not like what I was. And then they stop eating it. And they're like, well, you complained about it. Are you going to eat it? They're like, no, I don't eat that shit. And it's like, well, there you go. Like,
well, and then
why are we doing this?
Regular customers like myself and Fiona are like, wait, who fucking asked for that? Like when Domino's changed their whole recipe around, I was like, who asked for this? Because it's still shit. It's just a different flavor of shit. So it's like, it's always weird to me when they make these. Yeah, exactly. It's just always weird to me when they make these changes.
If they were using premium matcha, then you'd be like, okay, I'm really getting the taste of matcha.
Right.
Like they're not using fucking premium.
Right. They're using the cheapest mass produced.
They're using like green food coloring and like whatever the fuck.
Made it good. Like the sugar is what made it palatable to begin with.
It's like 50% talcum powder now. Yeah.
Well, and they didn't announce it, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, that's the issue too.
I actually like thought they fucked it up. And then I was like, you know what, maybe they're having a rough day. And I went back again another day, got it again. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like, what the hell is this? And they were like, well, they changed the formula. And I was like, can I get it the way it was? And they're like,
I thought they were supposed to tell you when they do that shit, though. Like, I keep seeing in the news every day, like, all these products are recalled because they didn't have the allergen information and da-da-da. So if you're changing the formula of something, you might want to let somebody know. Like,
I mean,
because if they put like peanut shit in it and then somebody fucking has an allergy reaction, you're fucked.
I'm saying.
I guess it's because they just took everything out. So they didn't feel the need to say, because they literally... It's
including
just
the flavor, apparently.
Matcha powder with milk in it now, and it tastes like shit. I've gotten texts from people who are like, Fiona, can you give me the recipe formula to make it taste how it used to? Because we don't drink it all the time.
Yeah, how do you customize it?
Like, okay, it's like 2 pumps pistachio syrup.
But see, now you have to customize it, so now you're part of the other problem.
I'm a part of the problem, for sure.
But they created that, though. They forced you to be part of the problem.
I was the standard. I liked it the way it was. I wouldn't add shit to shit. And now I'm the problem. But I don't go.
They already did it for you, it seems like, back then.
But you know what I'm doing now?
What's that?
Now I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting a matcha latte.
Hey, now.
Ooh.
You get a Slurpee size for cheaper. And it tastes like the old Starbucks formula.
Right. Vipaka, Kaz, and Habayad and get the Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey, the East Coast welcomes you back, baby. It's been a while. Welcome back to Dunks. Happy to see you. Oh, my God. I'm at Dunks like
every day. Wawa to see if they got a matcha.
Oh, my God, the Wawa. I wish we had a Wawa up here.
No Celtics, no Tatum. No Come on. No Damon.
You a cop? You look like a cop.
Fucking narc.
You're a fucking knock. I know it. You're a knock. Well, I'm not saying this entire episode is going to be about food, but again, the reason Dan and John are kind of a part of this is because on the YouTube channel, we had gotten into a very interested discussion about chocolate. But before we get to chocolate, I think this is a very important question that will tell me a lot about each of you.
Oh, boy.
Again, East Coast Americans. This is a question that has been posed at many a dinner table amongst my friends and myself. Started by my pal Kyle. Shout out Kyle. He doesn't listen to this, but you know. Make me,
you, Kyle. Why won't you listen?
Yeah, you
fucking bitch. Kyle with your monster fucking energies.
Kyle. I'm trying to get him to come on too because he goes to the Super Bowl every so often through his company, and like he's been to like Formula One races and shit. I'm like, could you fucking come on and talk to us about this experience that like none of us are ever gonna get to fucking enjoy? But Kyle, you bitch. Anyway,
go.
Each of you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
John, you go first.
Like explaining it?
Walk me through your perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I mean, what do you want me to describe? Do you want me to describe like,
how do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? What type of jelly? What type of bread? What type of peanut butter, if you're brand specific? And also the jelly to peanut butter ratio.
So what I like to do now, I'm not really like married to any sort of bread, but the one I like the most is Martin's potato bread. Nice. I feel like that's good because it's very sweet and it helps with the sweet flavors. And then, so I grab, 2 slices of that shit. If I'm feeling frisky, I will have 4 slices and 2 PB&Js, but usually it's because they're pretty small slices. So, and then I grab my Skippy creamy peanut butter. I prefer creamy. I don't like crunchy peanut butter. I know people are probably going to get mad at me for that, but I prefer creamy. And I don't hate like Jif and like Peter Pan and all that stuff, but like Skippy has the perfect like ratio between like sweetness and peanut butteriness. Okay. So I like that. I cover the whole slice. I try not to leave any like bread spaces between like the crust. I try to slab it all over.
Gotcha. Yep.
And now I don't know the measurements. I like to have a lot of peanut butter. I prefer peanut butter. And then for jelly, I like Welch's grape jelly, which again, people will probably kill me for, but since jelly is so hard to spread, because it's like, even when it's jelly, it's chunky.
Because it's glutinous, yeah.
So I spread that, and I try to like just spread like a very thin layer of jelly.
If you get the squeezable, it's very nice. It comes out a lot better.
That's true. And so I try to spread that like as much as I can. Sometimes I leave gaps because it's just like jelly is like so annoying. That's why I always do peanut butter first and then jelly second, because jelly just annoys me so much. Yep. But I get like a good amount, but I always have more peanut butter to jelly ratio. Like if I were to do like measurements, it would be like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter to like 1 tablespoon of jelly, maybe 1.5. So then I slab that together and I eat my PB&J, not toasted or anything like that. I prefer soft bread. It's like, it tastes better, I feel.
Do you cut it, or do you just go in a solid sandwich?
Oh, I go in full on. I don't cut shit. I just eat it all in one.
Press it on.
And it's funny because I prefer toasted everything else. I love toast. I prefer a toasted bagel. Like everything else, I prefer toasted. But for some reason, my PB&Js, I prefer it cold on soft bread.
The crust is soft, so you don't have to take it off.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I will also ask, do we clean the knife between the peanut butter jar and the jelly jar?
Yes.
Okay. Very important.
I won't scrape it. I won't scrape it on the, like, sometimes if I'm really feeling lazy, I'll scrape it like a inhumane beast, but usually I go and get a paper towel and clean the knife off.
See, what I do is I do the peanut butter first, absolutely, because it's easier to clean off than the jelly. So I'll just take the unjellied piece of bread and I'll just wipe the excess peanut butter off on that. So that way I'm not wasting food, and I'm also not getting the peanut butter in the jelly jar, and it doesn't give me crumbs or anything. So it works very nicely. So please, you guys use that tip. Dan, same question. Go ahead.
When I'm feeling frisky, I also touch my PB&J, and then I grab some, and never mind. That didn't go very far, but anyway.
Sure didn't.
Thought about.
I was just trying to
he fucks his PB&J. I think that's what he was trying to get.
we got it, John.
Just latch onto the John's verbiage, but I mean, I ate a ton of PB&Js when I was at the Olympics. That shit was so good. Like I would just grab them out of the commissary freezers. Like they always have.
The question. The question's how you make it.
How I make it? Well,
he's like,
I love PB&J. Okay.
How do you make it, bitch?
Yeah.
Usually.
We're American. We all love PB&J.
If I was to hypothetically make one myself, I would probably grab some, whole grain bread. I prefer brown bread because it's better for the, digest, more wholesome.
Right. Okay. Listen, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum just yet. So go ahead.
I am.
I said just yet.
Sometimes you have white bread. So potato bread's really good. I agree with you, John. That potato bread is like solid. Love it.
Martin's is so fucking good. Potato bread. Sometimes I grab their whole grain bread if I'm like trying to be a little bit better. But yeah.
Yes.
Stuff's good.
Potato bread. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, and then I'll have a jar. I don't actually do jelly. I'll do like strawberry jam. And so then I'll put that on one side, then I'll put the peanut butter on the other.
What kind of peanut butter are we going with? Hold on, don't skip any details.
Don't skippy any details.
Yes, it's usually Jif's peanut butter.
Oh, Zelda's getting excited.
Oh,
she loves peanut.
We're talking about food.
Yeah, well, peanut butter's her favorite. Look at her face.
I mean, who doesn't love peanut butter?
She's getting excited.
People who can't eat it.
I suppose. All right, so strawberry jam, Jif peanut butter, smooth, chunky. Do we have a preference?
Smooth. I don't do chunky.
Okay, and how are we cutting the sandwich if we're cutting it at all?
If I'm cutting it, I'm usually lazy, so I'll just do like rectangles. But honestly, if I'm gonna be on the go, I will do triangles because then it's easier to eat. And I eat a lot. I do a lot of eat and drive, so
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're on the road half the time, so that makes sense.
So, are you fucking with Uncrustables like our NFL teams?
Uncrust what? What is?
Yeah, like
Is
it
that
comes with plastic and it's
Yeah.
Right.
What is that?
You don't get Uncrustables?
I
Okay.
don't know what that is.
I definitely had this conversation with you guys a couple of weeks ago about how the number one snack of the NFL is Uncrustables.
The NBA has been obsessed with PB&Js for a long time.
They're
Yeah.
really good Uncrustables.
I'm surprised you've never heard of an Uncrustable. Like, never had
I have one
sure.
I have like 3 a week.
What is that?
At my job.
I had like one back in like kindergarten, maybe, but my mom never got Uncrustables.
It's like a PB&J dumpling is the best way to describe it. Like it's like a stuffed bread.
They're good.
They're so good.
I know my mom's made those at home before, and those were nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've actually bought those before. Smuckers is the jam, though.
At 100%. Smuckers. See, I fuck with both. I'm good with Smuckers and I'm good with Welch's. So so far, we're all speaking each other's language.
My sisters despise me for eating grape jelly. They call me a 5-year-old because only 5-year-olds grape jelly.
That's all I'll eat. I do not care for strawberry.
We were talking about this, and they made an Instagram poll on if you prefer strawberry jelly to grape jelly. And it was pretty even. I think it was slightly towards grape because it's like grape is great. Because my eldest sister fucking hates grape jelly. She's like, it's disgusting. It's gross. She had like a personal like trauma experience because her friend always brought PB&Js and they put way too much jelly on and it would like come out the sides and get all over their hands. So she's like traumatized from that. So she's like, I can't stand grape jelly. And then they're like, strawberry jelly is better. I'm like, no.
Well, just one more tip, because Dan, you mentioned traveling with your sandwich before we get to Fiona, of course. For me, if I have to take a PB&J on the go, I will put peanut butter on both sides of the bread so that the jelly can't seep through and give you a soggy slice. So just a little tip for you there. Doesn't have to be a thick layer of peanut butter if you want to keep your ratio, but peanut butter both pieces of bread, and then you won't have any jelly.
Like a castle, like you fill the moat with the peanut butter and then you fill the lake with
I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah. Sure. Fiona's making a face. All right, Fiona, it's your turn. Your favorite PB&J. How do you like it?
I'm gonna have the hottest of a take. I hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Un-American.
I'm not American.
I know that's true. I mean, technically neither is Dan, but still.
I have a passport, so technically I've been naturalized, as they would say.
There you are. So you don't fuck around with PB&Js at all?
I've made them when I like babysat for kids.
Yeah.
I would never make one for myself.
What is it you don't like? The combination of the peanut butter and the jelly? You just don't like, you're not a jelly person? You're not a bread person?
I don't like peanuts and I don't like peanut butter.
Oh my God.
In general.
You really
my heart. It's really
yeah. But listen, I keep peanut butter in the house because see this, like, you like peanut butter, right?
Yeah.
For the dog.
He has gone from being like asleep to like just
wide awake now.
Yeah. You're speaking my language. Yeah.
So it's got to be smooth. Can't be crunchy.
Yeah.
And, there's shit that dogs can't eat. So
yeah, you got to make sure it doesn't have the xanthan gum or the xylitol or all that.
A kind of Jif one that dogs can have. So that's the kind
I get the Jif natural. That's probably the one.
Yeah, there's
she can have.
That's okay for dogs. So I would get that. But it's got to be white bread. Throw peanut butter on one slice, strawberry jelly, Schmuckers on the other side. Smash that shit together. Done.
And how are we cutting it?
In half, but not as a triangle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot takes all around. Well, very good.
So
very good.
And when Zelda takes over and like, this is like, oh God.
Zelda,
I feel
wide awake now. She loves peanut butter.
Wide awake.
Yeah.
Well, see, I feel bad because we are going to transition into the chocolate conversation, and she can't have any of that, unfortunately.
That's okay. So, she's never had chocolate, so she won't miss it.
Yeah,
that's true. Very good. So we got into the chat. We were talking about different brands and things because John, You were drinking water out of a Hershey's syrup bottle.
All about the peanut butter jelly. What's your take on it?
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I really don't care too much about the bread necessarily, but if I was going to go classic sandwich, it has to be white Wonder Bread. It has to be like the most Americana of PB&J's. Classic white Wonder Bread, 60% Jif Natural Smooth peanut butter and 40% either I can do Welch's or Smucker's grape jelly, but it's got to be grape seedless. I don't care for seeds. And then I cut that bad boy diagonally because come on.
I know, right?
But in college, I did invent, or what I made myself, I called a double decker. So it would be 3 slices of bread with PB&J in between each slice, and I would cut that diagonally as well. So when I needed, too. Yeah, so when I needed just a little extra something, and it's actually really good if you have like the butt of the bread left over, because nobody ever likes to make the sandwich with the butt. You can put the butt slice in the middle of the 3. Or also hot take, you guys, it's because it's the texture of the crust on the butt that nobody likes. Turn that bad boy inside out. So the white part of the bread is on the outside, and that's what hits your tongue first, and you won't even realize that you're eating the butt of the bread. Just some fun culinary facts.
Is it
which give you
that you can buy that's the peanut butter and the jelly in the jar together already?
There was, I think Smucker's actually does have a version. I know it wasn't Peter Pan. Oh, it was like Goobers or something like that. I think it was called.
Yeah, it's Goobers. I don't like it because I want control over both my peanut butter and jelly. That's just, and I don't like it to like mix before, because here's the thing. You're mixing it together and then putting it on the bread.
Right.
Because the whole thing of like a PB&J is like you have the peanut butter flavor and the jelly. Yeah, it's together, but it's not mixed together. It's still
and I never
two separate
understood
things.
How that jar worked out anyway. Because once you get the knife in there, it's not like you're, like you said, it's not like you're coming out with an even ratio of the 2, but also like you're essentially just like swirling it every time you go in there. So it's that whole thing just logistically doesn't even make sense to me.
I like to mix the flavors. It tastes better.
Yeah, we know you like to mix the flavors down. Fiona's like, what? It's a Batman thing. It's a penguin thing. Don't worry about it.
Tastes better.
Sure. Yeah. But so again on the show, John was doing a gag where he was drinking water out of a Hershey's syrup bottle, and we were trying not to acknowledge it with the fans. They kept making comments, and we just acted like it was completely natural.
Rose drinking chocolate syrup out of the bottle.
Is this man really drinking chocolate syrup like it's water?
So of course, then we got into. Yeah. So then, of course, we got into the Hershey's conversation. What's the best chocolate? Somebody had made a comment about Cadbury. John and I both do not care for Cadbury chocolate. I don't care for Hershey's chocolate myself either. So we kind of went down a rabbit hole here. So John, again, we'll start with you. So what's your favorite chocolate type of treat, candy, however you want to?
I would say if we're going let's start easy. I would say candy bar. Is Twix. I love Twix. It's like perfect. It's a cookie, it's chocolate, and it's caramel. Caramel, I think, can improve almost anything. Like you could put that shit on a marriage and it would fix it. Like caramel is like the perfect secondary to chocolate. Like I think don't get me wrong, I've liked Werther's hard caramels, but I can't eat soft caramels. That'll fuck up my teeth. But caramel is easily the best secondary flavor, whether it's the Ghirardelli squares or M&Ms. Caramel is the best. It's the best secondary flavor, and that's will always forever be my favorite. Whether it's a big box of speaking of Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day candies, all that stuff, that's caramels will always forever be the best. So that's what I always go to. Don't worry, I like peanut butter or I like fudge. I like that, but when it comes to the best is caramel for me. Salted caramel, regular caramel, whatever it is, that's that hits. That hit. Milky Way also great with that caramel flavor. Okay. But yeah, caramel is oh god.
We'll just keep going in order then. So Dan, same question.
What was the question?
Oh God. What kind of chocolate candy treats is your favorite? Do you prefer?
I can eat Kit Kats all day. I love my M&Ms. I will also eat a lot of Almond Joy and Mounds. I love Baduco's chocolate wafers.
Bedside.
Yeah. I got to look into those because you were eating those the other day. We were talking about
literally bedside.
Yeah, you gotta have some chocolate nearby. But it's like when you're low on energy, like chocolate is the way to go. Like Snickers, oh my God, like Snickers.
Oh, Snickers all day. Yeah.
You can never go wrong with Snickers.
100%.
Twix, my brother loves Twix. I'm not like a big Twix guy because it's like very heavy on caramel. Like, I mean, the taste, it's nice, it's crispy, but I prefer Kit Kats if I could. I like the Big Cat. That's got.
Oh yeah, I will say the Big Cats are
Either
good.
the Big Cat or like the king size one, because then I'll just devour them like in pairs. Like I break them off in pairs, and then I'll like eat them like in pairs. So there's 8 of them, so like you got 4 pairs.
Sure.
It feels right. I also get the ones. There's actually a bag right there in there. Like I always have a little mini bag of Kit Kats hanging around.
Okay.
You're hiding candy in my room.
I mean, you actually are the one who put it there. But I love my Hershey's. I love dark chocolate, but I also like milk chocolate. I'm not like a big white chocolate fan. I love Kisses.
Neither am I.
Well, gotta have it in proportions. Not a big fan of Russell Stovers, but I do like my
gross
circle. What are those balls? Like the not Lint. I love
the Lindor truffles. Yeah.
Oh, Ferrero Rocher.
I also love Ferrero Rocher. We have so many of those from the holidays. And then
I actually have a hot take in regards to kind of Ferrero Rocher. Not that I don't like nuts in my candy. Like I don't like Almond Joys, peanut. I hate Snickers, Mr. Good Bar, all that shit. I hate if I want to have like nuts with chocolate, I will have like chocolate covered nuts. Like that's as its own like separate thing. I hate it in candy bars. I'm like it ruins the candy bar.
Well, so how are peanut M&Ms for you then?
I don't eat it. I don't like peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
If those also fucking destroy your teeth too. Like I have sensitive little fucking baby teeth. So like
I mean, I did just say I hate peanut butter and peanuts, so I hate that.
Mini M&Ms, they come in those little bottles.
Yeah, the tubes. Yeah,
dude. Since I was a kid, I actually have one in my bag. I got my fix. You will never run short.
So again, this begs the question: how is it that you've never heard of, let alone had an Uncrustable? Now I feel like that's going to be Fiona's going to just find Uncrustables in like every pocket of your bag now that we've introduced you.
Don't introduce him to new stuff.
He didn't mean to. I feel like this is very well known.
If a Pop-Tart was a sandwich, like that's really what it is. It's like a sandwich Pop-Tart. Because I know how much Dan loves Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, it's pretty much a PB&J Pop-Tart. Yeah.
This is also the difference between us. So like how he's like listing out all the different candies he has. If it is in my presence, I am eating the entire thing. I have 0 willpower. I will eat it.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Dan,
that's why I had to get surgery. My stomach literally stops me.
He will have a bite and put it down and will not go back for like 4 or 5 hours. It literally blows my mind. I cannot.
That would drive me nuts too.
So a few days ago, I was doing the podcast from my home and I was working. Remember, John, I was eating a chocolate Pop-Tart. You guys saw that one, remember?
You were having the strawberry one with us, yeah.
The strawberry, then I was eating the chocolate. So I finished a strawberry, but I ate one of the chocolate ones. This is like from a few days ago. And the other half of that is still sitting there on my desk and I'll go eat it later.
See, I couldn't, because to me, I feel like it's been exposed to the elements. Like if I don't have my eye on that food item the entire time it's sitting there, I can't go back to it because influenza, somebody sneezed on it, there's dust particles on it, there's a bug landed on it, I can't go back to it.
For me, it's because it goes stale. Like I can't.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, especially a Pop-Tart. Yeah.
I literally have like 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts in the room, so I can always eat more if I wanted to.
Bro, I had 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts for like a weekend and I ate it through the entire weekend. Like those I devoured that entire box. I had chocolate chip and cookies and cream Pop-Tarts and I devoured those. I felt like such a horrible fat human being, but like
I don't get it. It's the thing, because I came over here Fiona's mom was away to Scotland for a couple of weeks, and I stayed over and I brought like a box of like the 12 pack of strawberry Pop-Tarts, and I swear I think I ate one pair, like, the one of the pack things out of it. They were like, what does that mean? There's like 6, 7 more in there or more. Like, there's 12, right? So there's 11 more. Now, like, it's on the back end of the time here. I'm like, about to leave, and I'm like, aren't there any more Pop-Tarts left that morning? And I go there, and there's like one in there. And the rest of the box is empty. I'm like, what happened? And like, did I eat more?
I'm not the crazy person, though. He is. How could you have a box of Pop-Tarts for 3 weeks in your house and not eat them at all?
That shit's not surviving a week. That's just not surviving like 3 days.
But I will say this is the thing with Dan. After having vacationed with Fiona and Dan, when Fiona and Dan landed, they immediately went to a supermarket, got a bag full of food. I don't know that you ate one item that you brought back because we had quiches in the fridge already, and then we were going out to eat like every day. So I think you left Micron Steve like a nice grocery bag full of treats in his fridge.
But it's the same whenever he comes to my house.
McDonald's, and then the McDonald's were closed.
But anytime he comes to my house, like my mom literally now, if she's like, when's Dan leaving? And I'll tell her, she will go to the fridge and put all his shit back in a bag and give it to him and be like, take it home.
Send it on your way. Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we never got to your answer, Fiona. What kind of chocolate are you a fan of?
So once again, this is going to be another hot take.
Controversy.
Yeah. Well, this is not my fault. I love chocolate, but I have migraine and chocolate is a trigger for it.
Which I never knew. That's so interesting.
It's really,
I mean, it's a bummer, but
it's yeah. Well, and I'm not above it. Like I just explained, I have very low willpower, so I will still eat chocolate and regret it. But I mean, I have to have it in small doses. But I've always liked the Lindt truffles, and that might just be like my family would always get those.
Yeah.
I got those for
and then since my family is Scottish, I think we've established this well and over now. We would get the Cadbury roses.
Ooh, yeah.
So that was always something.
Cadbury chocolates.
But if I'm having a chocolate bar, I like was it Ghirardelli?
Sea salt and caramel.
Sea salt and caramel. I like that. Okay.
Do you like the sea salt dark chocolate one too?
Yes, I love dark chocolate, but that's like the worst out of all of them for triggering migraine. But I also like Twix and Kit Kat. Those are my dad's favorite. So whenever my dad would have one, he would give one to me and he would have one. And then same with the Kit Kat, so we would break it and share that. So
was it the right Twix or the left Twix? Which one do you like?
Oh my God. That has to be the fucking worst marketing campaign I have ever seen. I hate
they went with it for like 10 years.
And it's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it so much.
I'm surprised they didn't Kit Kat didn't pick up on that and was like, what number piece of Kit Kat do you prefer? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
So dumb. I hate it.
The Kit Kat is almost like, do you like the brownies on the edge of the pan, or do you like the brownies in the middle of the pan? Do you like the middle Kit Kat with the exposed edges, or do you like the end Kit Kats that are nice and sealed up? We can go on.
All the same. It's fine.
Objectify every brownie.
Dude, I'm very particular.
I'm going to say this. I don't know if this is a hot take. Middle brownie all the way. I don't like the edges.
It is.
Oh no, you need that little crunch from the edge. Listen, I'm not gonna turn away a middle brownie. I'll tell you that much. For goodness sake.
I like the softness of it. I don't mind one that's one side is against again. Right. I'm not turning away a brownie. A good brownie. I'm not turning away a good brownie.
Exactly.
But if the hierarchy for me is middle brownie,
side brownie.
I don't like if there's if I'm looking at a thing of brownies and there's only corner brownies left, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't need a brownie tonight.
Wow. That's impressive, dude.
Pizza with the square pizza. Same?
Like Sicilian pizza?
Yeah. Like grandma pizza.
But yeah,
that one's interesting. I'm the opposite. I like the corner. I like the side and the middle.
I think
it's because it's hard to eat the middle because there's cheese and sauce on it
everywhere.
So it's hard
you need
to
a crust.
grab
you need an edge. Yeah.
But Sicilian, now I'm a Sicilian Love it. Like I didn't have Sicilian pizza for like the longest time. And then my friend made fun. He's like, what do you mean you haven't had Sicilian pizza? Is so fucking good. What do you mean you haven't had? And I found that my local pizza place did offer Sicilian. So I'm like, you know what? Let me have it. And it's fucking great. I like threw up one time after eating too much of it, but you know what? I don't care. Like that was
lesson learned.
And the thing is, what's so good, unlike a regular pizza, which I had a regular pizza the other day and I ate the entire thing in one sitting. By the way, I was really hungry, and it was a large too. That just shows how fucking fat I am as a person. But a Sicilian pizza, like I can eat like maybe a third of that in one sitting at most, maybe half. Bless. But you're always going to have leftovers, which is good. You're like, if you're like struggling, like it's like a $20 pizza. You can like have that for an entire week with enough.
No, that's true. Yeah,
like
that's absolutely
that. You
true.
can like sit, like it's terrible for you. Make sure you have like carrots in the fridge, but like I'm just saying, like make sure and like maybe have like some bananas. Well,
you could put some healthy toppings on the pizza. You can put some protein on there,
like some sausage or meatballs or bacon. Yeah, and throw that on there. But like. Yeah, you could have like lunch for the week with doing that.
No, I have done that myself. If I was like, oh shit, I didn't meal prep or I didn't have a chance to run to the store, I'm just going to order a pizza. That'll get me through the next couple of days at work and I'll be set. You know, nothing wrong with that for sure.
Even a Kit Kat, because I feel like you need to break it for it to be a Kit Kat. So when you're having the bites.
Oh, you're having the unwrapped. Okay.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
natural to me.
You know what? That's a hot take in my opinion. So let's talk about this because again, I am extremely particular because I'm a texture person. So like for me,
I can be sometimes.
Twix, Milky Way, like those cookie kind of chocolates with the caramel. I don't care for that. I need like the crunch of a peanut to kind of get the caramel out of my teeth. And you know what I'm saying? So I am Snickers all day. I am peanut M&Ms all day. I love me some nougat though. So Three Musketeers will always have a special place in my heart. I used to love Crunch, but ever since they got rid of the foil wrap and they went to just the one single wrap, it was the foil and then it was the paper and now it's just like their foil packaging. They've also it's changed the flavor overall and then they've actually changed the formula of Crunch over time. So I don't like the regular Crunch bar anymore, but I like the Crunch, the mini, the share size, snack size, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. That chocolate to Rice Krispie ratio is still pretty good. Reese's I'm really particular about as well. It's got to be the regular Reese's cup. I can't do a big cup. I like the Reese's minis. I don't care for Reese's pieces. I'm very, very particular about that shit. Same thing with Oreos. I can't do a double stuffed Oreo. Fucking you people that you love your double stuffed. What the fuck's wrong with you? It's not the right ratio. How much time you got? I'm saying, but same thing with Oreo thins too. I don't like an Oreo thin either. Like I'm really, really particular about ratios and textures.
I will say I can't have like a mega stuff Oreo. That shit's like, or the most stuff. That's like,
yeah, the new one. Yeah,
that's like way too much. Like I like double stuff. Like you know what? I like lived on these for like a while.
Well, I mean, like just eat frosting directly out of the can. What are you doing?
I mean, and I have done that straight up. I like side story from the story I'm about to tell. Side story. I actually got myself sick of Nutella because I ate an entire jar over the course of like a week.
God, like, that would kill Fiona. Jesus.
Yeah. Cause what happened was I like did the thing where I'm like, I was with my mom, like grocery shopping and I hid Nutella into the thing and I like made her buy it without her like knowing it. So, and then I would be down. So the way it was is like I would be on the computer like doing like homework and stuff like that and I would just be like kind of down there doing my thing and like the way that our like computer like one of those things from IKEA like a computer like entertainment center kind of thing and like you could hide stuff behind like the computer yep. So I like put the Nutella there and I would just eat that shit with a spoon and then after the fact I like got permanently like I can eat it now okay but like for like at least a decade I like couldn't eat Nutella because I'm like I'm gonna be sick. But
it took me forever too. Like I only ever liked peanuts. Like I never cared for Nutella. I didn't like what are some of the other like like Mounds and all that. Well, I don't like coconut at all, but I didn't like almond with it. I didn't like walnuts. I didn't like Ferrero Rocher for the longest time. But now that I've gotten older, I'm pretty much good with all of that now. except for the coconut. Fuck coconut. But
say brainless. Don't you know where coconuts come from?
What?
No.
What is that from?
Have you not seen It's a Wonderful Life? Come on now.
Oh God, it's been so long. Sorry.
But
nice reference.
Yes, but the other story I would say, but like red velvet Oreos, I found them because like my college campus was like behind a Walmart, so I would like walk to Walmart and I would just get like I would get like frozen burgers and shit like that and like fill up my fridge a little bit. But another thing, I like got packages upon packages upon packages of red velvet Oreos. Those are like the best Oreos, and I was so sad when they discontinued. Then they brought them back and I bought a shit ton of them, and then I was so sad when they discontinued them again. Oh, red velvet Oreos are Kino. Those are the fucking best.
I like mint Oreos sometimes.
The only chocolate and mint I can do is Thin Mints. I can't do it in any other form. I'm not Junior Mints, not Andy's Candies. I cannot do it.
Wait, are Thin Mints the ones you get from like this
Girl Scouts?
Girl Scouts, yeah.
Yeah, and I have probably a dozen boxes heading my way. I can't fucking wait. My freezer is going to be popping off for the rest of the year.
I love the s'mores Girl Scouts,
which they're discontinuing this year, John. So I also have a dozen of those coming to my house as well because that's
all
the
right.
only
Now
other...
I got to go buy them. Now.
My fucking heart is breaking. I was like, oh sweet, another flavor that I enjoy, and they're taking it away from me. So I have like 24 boxes of Girl Scout cookies coming to my house. So, because I used to be a Scout, so I will always support the Scouts every time cookie season comes around.
So,
yeah, man.
Same with my mom. Yeah.
Girl Scouts, baby.
Thin Mints are the best when you put them in the freezer and then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. Like, I keep them year round. They're always in the freezer.
I hate Oreos. That's my take.
But again, with your migraine thing, did you always feel that way, or is it just more recently for your health?
Always
That's
hated Oreos. I think they're disgusting. But
have you ever tried Hydrox?
I want to talk about disgusting.
Okay.
So I used to like Nutella, like way back. And there's a place in my town, like an Italian food place. They make chocolate pizza. And
okay, yep, I've had it. Yep.
It's just the crust with Nutella and powdered sugar on it. And me and my friends, like in middle school, would like go there and like sit up at the bar and we'd be like, one Nutella pizza, please. Like that was our jam. I would never eat that shit now, but back in the day, it hit.
Have you ever gotten the Hershey chocolate cookie pizza from, is it Domino's or somebody? I don't know who has
it. It's Domino's.
Yeah, Domino's has that. Yeah, and they put like chocolate chips on it and shit.
They don't make it. It's like they get it pre-made. They just put it in the oven and that's it.
I genuinely have not fucked with Domino's since they changed their recipe and they tried to make it like more seasoned or what. It's just not the same.
I got that and I got the breadsticks. So
I don't know if I've ever ate Domino's.
Pizza Hut was my jam, and then they got rid of our Pizza Hut around here. Broke my heart.
Do you remember Sergeant Pepperoni's near Hartford?
Never had one.
Ooh, girl. I wonder if they're still around.
Well, again, my mom and I went to Missouri, as y'all know, last year for a wedding, and the Midwest is something else. But they have quite literally every fast food establishment your heart could ever desire. So when we saw that Pizza Hut sign off in the distance, we were like, yeah, we should be trying other things and we should be trying local cuisine and we should be supporting small business, but fuck that. We haven't had Pizza Hut in years. We rocked up, man.
There's a Pizza Hut on Route 1 and I like drive by it every time I come to see Fiona. I'm like, I haven't had Pizza Hut in years.
You will not bring that in my house.
Oh my, come on now. And then, so when my Target used to have a Pizza Hut Express like we had in college, Fiona, which was like fucking great. I literally would shop Target while walking around with my personal pan pizza slice in my hand. I don't got fucking no shame. But now we have Starbucks instead, which, but again, if they get rid of my fucking grilled cheese, Starbucks, count your days.
I never said that to you. The grilled cheese is my favorite too.
It's elite. It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
Dude, how do you guys make your grilled cheese at home?
Oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
It's just like,
you got it.
I have a secret recipe that I only will bestow on the true believers. So
okay, please let us know now. We need to know.
No. It's you got to come to my house and I will make you the grilled cheese.
See, again, for me, the bread doesn't really matter that much.
It matters.
You butter both sides. I would butter both sides of the bread.
Sourdough.
For me, cheddar is good. I would just go with the regular American cheese slices. And again, I didn't care too much. I fuck with the Colby Jack though. Now that I'm older, like I fucking love Colby Jack. I would totally put that shit on there. But my best friend, her husband makes it with mayonnaise, so he does mayonnaise on both slices. Yeah. It's much creamier that way. I've never had it that way before. It's really good.
I've tried it once. It's good.
Yeah, it's nice. But I've fucked around with grilled cheese. I put like spinach in it before. But the sourdough with the Parmesan cheddar at Starbucks. God damn.
I'm very particular about how people categorize grilled cheese because I get mad about it because it's like, oh yeah, I put ham and turkey. That's not a grilled cheese anymore. That's a hot sandwich.
They call them toasties in Australia. So they do.
Well, in Britain
they
too.
have ham and cheese toasties and
yeah. That's fine. We're not talking about it. It's a grilled cheese. You hear the one ingredient in that sandwich is cheese, and that's the only thing that belongs in a grilled cheese.
I know a lot of people like tomato slices in there. So if somebody puts a tomato slice in there, it's not a grilled cheese anymore.
Not a grilled cheese. It's a sandwich. That's a little bit more forgiving than people are like, oh, I put ham and turkey and steak in my grilled cheese. Then that's a patty melt. All right, that's a melt. That's not a grilled cheese anymore.
All right.
People are like, oh, I put I will say it's a little bit more forgivable if it's like tomato or, as you said, spinach. It's like I still don't consider that grilled cheese, but that's a little bit more forgivable than like putting a protein in there. Because once you put a protein in there, that's not a grilled cheese anymore. It's not. It's a hot sandwich or a melt. And don't call it a grilled cheese. You are screwing the name of the grilled cheese. It is just cheese, bread, and maybe butter or mayonnaise or whatever the fuck you put to butter the bread. I'm just saying. Don't call it a grilled cheese.
I don't know. This might not be an American thing. Do you ever have toasted cheese?
I've heard of it. I've not had it.
That's what we usually have in my house. It's just one slice and then you like put butter on it and then you put if you have a brick of cheddar, you just slice it and put it on there and you put it in the oven and then grills it that way and then you eat it. So it's just like, I guess it's a
kind of like an open faced grilled cheese.
It's like an open faced grilled cheese kind of.
We call it toasted cheese.
Yeah, that's fair. What is that you have there, Daniel?
Is that sour cream?
Cheese.
It's cream.
Oh, it's cheese? Oh, it's cream cheese. Oh, that's right. From your bagel you had earlier.
Right.
I can't have cream cheese?
No.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, not just straight up cream cheese.
I could eat straight cream cheese.
After this show is done, we're gonna go have grilled cheese, and then we're gonna eat
Put ice cream out of my dog's reach. This man is.
Oh shit! I just saw those at the store. Those wafer things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some now. I'm gonna have to run to the store tomorrow.
That's crazy.
And just look at this. They don't have any artificial colors or flavors. They don't have high fructose corn syrup, so they're healthier than most other.
And again, it's called Baduco. Baud
Badonkadonk.
Bauducco.
Yeah, Baduco wafers.
Yeah, I think are they Spanish? I don't know.
I think we looked it up before, didn't we? Isn't it German or something?
They're made in Brazil.
Oh, okay. Then
this is way off.
German. Yeah,
not even in Europe.
Definitely not.
It's just saying.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna have sushi after this. I'm very excited.
I already had my Jersey Mike's. I'm good for the rest of the night.
What do you get from Jersey Mike's? I've never been there. And we have one really close
so fucking good because I like Subway. I'll still maybe go to Subway from time to time.
Yeah, but they're mid. They're mid.
But once I had Jersey Mike's, I was like, oh, this is so much better. So my cold sandwich that I get, I don't really get hot sandwiches that much because it's just a lot. And then I feel I have to race to get home. So it's not cold when I get there and I have to eat it really quickly. I'm like, I want to take my time. I want to savor the flavors, mix the flavors. There we go. But I like the roast beef and provolone. I like it Mike's way without tomatoes. And I usually get a regular or a giant, depending on how much I've eaten that day. Okay. But yeah, that's good. And then for my hot sandwich, I like the buffalo, no, not buffalo, the chicken bacon ranch that has like bacon and ranch and chicken on it. That's really good. Sometimes I get the buffalo chicken. It's good, but I prefer the chicken bacon ranch.
Okay. I'll always do a foot long because there's nothing wrong with leftovers, people.
Oh, I eat that shit in one sitting.
I can't anymore. I used to be able to, can't anymore. So
yeah, once in a while I've had like 1 or 2 slices left, but usually I eat the whole thing in one sitting.
Fair.
I already ordered chicken wings for Super Bowl.
Nice. Well, so my cousins are in New York and there's a place called Bubba Coos. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. No. It's kind of Mexican, but they also do like wings and stuff too. So my cousins introduced me to it and they have like cauliflower bites. And I literally went there on Easter Sunday because they're right by my cousin. So I'm like, so from now on, every time I come to visit you, I'm going to swing by Bubba Coos first. So let me know what your order is. So they've already placed their Bubba Coos order with me for Super Bowl Sunday.
Bubba Coos.
Bubba Coos. That's the other day. That was the Bubba Coos burritos.
Oh, there you are. Nice.
That was
got it in Stanford though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are in Connecticut, but the closest one to me is like an hour away. So I just whenever I
at work too. So
yeah, so just whenever I swing by my cousins, I'll pick up there. So I'm like pretty much I'm coming for Super Bowl Sunday, pretty much just so I can go to Bubba Coos. But seeing you guys is nice too. Whatever.
They're a good alternative.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
I have personally never given my hard-earned dollars to Chick-fil-A, but if someone else purchases it, like we've had it like catered for for company stuff before, I'll eat it because I'm hungry and it's free food and I'm not going to let shit go to waste, but I will never give them my hard-earned dollars.
I did it once, not realizing what they did.
I say that, but also to say, do I shop on Amazon weekly? Do I shop at Target week? Like everybody fucking sucks. Everybody sucks. Everybody has shitty policies. When push comes to shove, fair. They're going to treat the minorities like crap because that's what they do. They don't want us to unionize. They don't want you to have, a living wage. They don't. So at the end of the day, I really shouldn't be too much on my fucking high horse about it, especially because I know one of Micron Steve's friends and mine, gay man, out, proud, has a partner, eats Chick-fil-A every fucking day. He could
same here.
About their policies.
I know more gay people that eat Chick-fil-A than straight people that eat Chick-fil-A.
Right.
I know more gay people that eat Chick-fil-A than straight people that boycott Chick-fil-A. Like straight up. Like it's crazy. But here's the thing for me. It's not even like, just like what they send their money to. It's just on the fact their chicken is mid. It's like not even that good. Yeah. It's like for me, Popeyes is 1,000 times better.
I mean, their chicken nuggets are not that bad.
It's not that great. Like a friend, I was going over to see her. She had just given birth and I was like, do you want me to bring over some food? And he's like, Chick-fil-A. And I drove 40 minutes out of my way to be like, I'm going to get her this because I would never, like you said, give my money to it otherwise.
Yeah.
She was like obsessed with it. And I was like, this does not taste good.
It's like, it's just like, what do you, I don't know. It tastes so bland. Like it tastes stale. It doesn't taste flavorful.
The fries are purple.
The fries are okay.
I've only ever had like a chicken and biscuit like breakfast sandwich before, so I really can't give too much of an opinion on it. I know like my cousin like loves their shakes and their sweet teas, but she feels the same way. She won't actually give her hard-earned dollars to them. So, thank God there's 500 options out there for all of us fat Americans. So it doesn't matter what our principles are. We'll still find a way to stuff
at least
our face
I will say it's better than modern KFC, but that's not saying much.
Right. KFC so trash. I prefer like crispy, crunchy chicken.
Yeah. Like Popeye's chicken is fucking the bomb. I love Popeyes so much.
It's spicy though.
I've had some bad experiences with Popeye's chicken, but
Popeye, their fries are like some of the best fries. Like the Cajun fries,
I've never really fucked with Popeyes either too. Like they just recently in the past couple of years opened up one around my movie theater, but I've just never gone. I'll have to check them out, I guess.
Yeah, they were in the mall for a bit. There's not one like near me, but it's like a town over, but I'm too lazy. So I'm like, never mind.
Shake Shack or Five Guys?
Shake Shack.
See, I think Shake Shack is mid. Like I've gone there and I wasn't really impressed. I prefer Five Guys personally, but I will say Five Guys, I don't go there for their burgers because I think their burgers, while they use the peanut oil, I think their burgers are mad greasy and I don't care for them, but they do grilled cheese. So I'll get a grilled cheese with hot sauce at Five Guys and get the spicy fries, and I'm a happy girl. But they just closed my Five Guys in my town.
And here's a hot take that I'll give on grilled cheese. I'm like, most of the time that I have grilled cheese, it's like before bedtime where I don't want to have a proper meal. Otherwise, I want some protein in my sandwich. So I'm like, I always go like with something that has like a meat thing to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would be a nut.
Is that wrong of me to do? I don't know.
It's like a chopped cheese or a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah,
like
it's personal choice. It's all good.
But yeah, it just Five Guys is just like, it's one of those things where I just like have never liked it when I've eaten it. Like I've gone there like maybe less than half a dozen times.
Try a grilled cheese.
Maybe I'll try the grilled cheese. It's just like, it's fine. And it's just, but the thing is, it's like $40 for a burger. And I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shake Shack, I think can be good. I will say, maybe this is weird, but like I've noticed that Shake Shack's chicken is better than their burgers. Because I remember when I had their chicken nuggets, fattening as fuck. I could feel the grease going down my throat, but it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like that. And I mean, obviously their custards and shakes are fucking the bomb. But like for me, I've always hated Five Guys fries. They are the worst fries. Like, and they always taste like cardboard and that they've been like out for like a day and a half. Okay. And it just they have this taste to them that I'm like, this is gross, and it feels like I'm not eating fresh fries. Even if they're hot, it still feels like they taste like cardboard.
Okay, that's fair.
I like Shake Shack.
McDonald's still has decent fries if they're hot.
I can't eat McDonald's fries anymore.
Yeah, they have fallen off for me. That used to be all I would get. Like literally, we had a McDonald's and a Burger King right next to each other. My sister and I preferred Burger King's nuggets, but we wanted McDonald's fries. So my poor father in the minivan would literally have to go through each drive-through because we were such picky little spoiled bitches. We did that for fucking years.
So your father did that for fucking years.
Yeah, my father did that for fucking years because heaven forbid you actually like cook anything. So okay,
I only eat McDonald's if I've done a mural that day. I feel like you know what?
That's like your reward.
Like once in a blue moon, I had it recently, and the thing is about McDonald's, it's not good, but it's comforting. Like it reminds you of childhood, and it's like what I'm eating is probably going to give me cancer in 20 years, but but like it's like, you know what? I remember when I was a kid, and it's nice.
So I literally just heard the latest statistic because, as we know, microplastics are everywhere. Men have the majority of the microplastics in their penis. Enjoy that. Right. But the average human being has 7 grams of microplastics in their brain. That's as much as a plastic disposable spoon. So you have a disposable spoon's worth of microplastics in your brain. So, my stepfather is all about organic, non-GMO, no sugar, no flavor, no fun, no personality. He's all fucking granola, twigs, and berries and shit. And I keep saying to him, bro, I appreciate that. However, they already done gotcha, babe. It's already in you. There's nothing you can do about it. Enjoy that one fucking cookie a month or the one bad sandwich, or you know what I mean? Like it's good to 90% of your time live that lifestyle. But if you got to eat shit one day, eat shit one day, because there's plenty of other fucking factors that are going to kill us all. You know what I'm saying? We all have, what is that, RSV? We've all got that if we were born after 1981, whatever. We've all got microplastics in our brain and the gentleman in your peni. So, I mean, just fucking live your life, folks. Live your fucking life.
Like I remember hearing like you have like a credit card's worth of plastics in your body. Like something like that.
Well, now it's
it's more
a disposable spoon. Yeah,
but it's also like because the thing is they don't even know because there's no control, like a control of like without it because you're pretty much born with microplastics in your body now.
Yeah, they're on fucking Antarctica. Like they are in the cosmos. They are in the. So I tell people all the time, watch Dark Waters, which was a movie with Mark Ruffalo about the whole Dow Chemical scandal. Dow Chemical has fucked the entire population of the planet. It's not just strictly Americans. It's not just strictly people on the East Coast, because I think they were based in Pennsylvania. They have fucked the entire world since like the 1960s. And again, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do to stop it. It's been put out in the world, and here we all are, just trying to survive. I mean, they say toasted marshmallows can give you cancer, for Christ's sake. So you know what? Live your life, people, is what I'm saying.
Get a life.
Get a life. Go out there and just fucking enjoy yourself. Like, yes, try to make smart decisions. Try to do the healthy things so you can enjoy it for longer.
Speaking of, I need to get on the fucking bike today.
But I mean, you know, again, yes, 90% of the time, be conscious of it and try to make the right decisions. But for 10% of the time, have the extra fucking slice of Sicilian, whatever, and you know your body will tell you if it's too much or not. So
exactly,
I don't know. Is there anything else we want to throw in there as we've been talking? I mean, again, I didn't plan for it to be entirely about food tonight, but
you know what? It's the food episode. Job. It's fine.
That's right.
Fine.
By the way,
everybody's allowed one. What's that?
Listening in on your podcast now.
Oh, well, thank you. And yes, and Manos Time. Thank you, Manos Time, our viewers from YouTube. You guys, I do appreciate you listening. It's so cool of you. And Manos might go with me to Disney Paris, which would be incredible because none of my family members want to go with me when I go to France.
I didn't see that comment.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a couple of days now. Yeah, because he lives in France. And I said, hey, if I'm coming out there in June.
Manos is in France? I didn't know that.
Manos Time is in France. He said he's like an hour and a half. He's an hour and a half from Paris, he said.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm just going to meet a total stranger at Disney Paris and we're going to have a great time.
Well, at least you know the username if you never come back.
That's right.
They're gonna give his name to Interpol.
Oh, well, I mean, see what happens. So, John, tell everybody where they can find you again if they want to check you out on YouTube and see what you've got going on.
I have two.
No, I said John. Dan, shush.
I have two major channels. The Geek Informant is what I do by myself. I'm working on a video right now. It's slowly but surely because I got to read an entire script. So hopefully I can get that out at a reasonable time. And then I do the Cool Kids movie reviews, which is us. Me and a bunch of my friends reviewing newly released movies. We tend to do it late at night on Saturdays, not every Saturday, but most Saturdays. This upcoming Saturday, we're doing a double feature of Companion and Love Hurts, the Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher movie, along with the Ke-Huy Quan nobody / John Wick-esque film. So if you want to watch talk about that, then talk about that.
Yeah.
2 Oscar winners in that movie.
That's right. And Dan, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at OhSoCurious, ohsocurious.com. We're also on, the Tweeters, X, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, of course, Twitch, Facebook, as well as soon to be probably, what is that new one? Blue Sky, maybe. Or you can find me on social. Daniel1995. That's right.
Are you ever going to go live on TikTok?
I think
you have to have like a certain number of followers.
We do live on TikTok.
Okay. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm on the TikToks, y'all. Dang.
Yeah,
okay.
we are live on TikTok.
And Fiona, where can the gang find you?
FionaC.myc on Instagram and Facebook, and then on YouTube, Fiona C Art.
There you are. All right, gang. Well, that wraps it up for us. Again, sorry it wasn't entirely about food. I mean, sorry, not sorry. We all have our preferences. Food is subjective. But I hope that it resonated with some of you. I hope you enjoyed some of this chat. I hope you learned some fun tips on how to create a nice PB&J or
We saw the Wienermobile the other day.
You saw the Wienermobile? Oh, that's great.
We see an Oscar Mayer wiener van
in town.
That's awesome. I don't know that I've ever seen one in person, but I always see like, my friends post pictures when they see it and stuff. I did just get the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile Christmas ornament, the Hallmark ornament this past.
You know what it looks like? It looks like they took one of those helicopters and then put it on top of a car, because that's how the front of it looks. So it's like you must be sitting so high off the ground when you're driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
They get in and out of that thing. But I'll tell you, it's the biggest wiener I've ever seen.
And I think they pay like $45K a year to drive it around. Actually, I every so often I see them offer up the position to have somebody new cart it around. So I don't know if they give anything away. I know when they do stop at places, they'll let people like get in it and check it out and stuff. But it's really just like almost kind of like a camper van or like a luxury bus or something. So
it had an Instacart logo on the side. So we were like, are they delivering wieners to somebody right now? Like, what is going on?
That's interesting. That's weird. I kind of want to delve further into this now. Now we need to find out.
It wasn't anywhere. It was just like in a residential neighborhood parked. I was like,
oh, that's so strange. I wonder if you could hire it out maybe.
Yeah. I'm like,
but again, what are you going to do?
Like 200 hot dogs for Super Bowl or something?
That'll be my gift to you for your birthday this year. I'll pull up in a Wienermobile.
Thank you.
The enthusiasm. Amazing. Well, gang, as always, we do appreciate you being here. But that is it for us. We will catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Peace.